Why narcissists are attracted to good people. There's a painful question many good people ask themselves in silence, a question they're almost ashamed to say out loud. Why do I keep attracting people who hurt me? Why does it feel like my kindness becomes my punishment? If you've ever loved deeply, if you've ever given chances when you should have walked away, if you've ever stayed longer than you should have because you believed love could fix things, this message is for you. Because the truth is, narcissists are not attracted to everyone. They are attracted to good people, not weak people, not foolish people, but people with empathy, compassion, loyalty, and a heart that still believes in the good in others. Psychology tells us that narcissists are drawn to those who naturally put others first, people who listen deeply, people who forgive easily, people who feel responsible for fixing what's broken. And many times you didn't learn this from relationships. You learned it from life. Maybe you grew up having to be strong early. Maybe you were the peacekeeper in your family. Maybe you learned that love meant sacrifice, silence, endurance. So when someone came into your life needing saving, you didn't see danger. You saw purpose. But here's the hard truth most people won't tell you. Narcissists don't fall in love with your heart. They fall in love with access to it. They are attracted to your patience because they lack accountability. They are attracted to your forgiveness because they refuse responsibility. They are attracted to your empathy because they lack empathy themselves. The Bible warns us about this dynamic long before psychology ever did. In Matthew 7:6, it says, "Do not give what is holy to dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet." That verse isn't about arrogance. It's about discernment. Some people don't value what you give because they were never meant to receive it. And here's where many good people struggle. You confuse love with endurance. You confuse patience with self-neglect. You confuse forgiveness with permission. Narcissists sense this. They sense your fear of abandonment. They sense your desire to be chosen. They sense your hope that love can heal everything. So they come in strong. They mirror your values. They love bomb your spirit. They make you feel seen, chosen, special. But slowly the shift begins. Your needs become too much. Your boundaries become selfish. Your feelings become overreactions. Your silence becomes survival, and you start shrinking. Not because you're weak, but because you're trying to keep peace with someone who thrives on chaos. The Bible says in Proverbs 4:23, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." Notice it doesn't say, give your heart to everyone who asks. It says, guard it. But good people weren't taught how to guard. They were taught how to give. And narcissists know that. Psychology explains this as empathy exploitation. Spiritual wisdom calls it a lack of discernment. But both point to the same truth. Your goodness was never the problem. Your lack of boundaries was. Jesus himself was loving, compassionate, and merciful. Yet he walked away from people who refused truth. He didn't chase validation. He didn't beg people to change. In Matthew 10:14, he said, "If anyone will not welcome you or listen to your words, leave that home or town and shake the dust off your feet." Even love has limits. So if you're listening to this and thinking, why do they always choose me? The better question is, why do you keep choosing them? Not because you're broken, but because somewhere along the way, you learn to find comfort in familiar pain, and familiar pain feels safer than unfamiliar peace. But hear this, and hear it clearly. God did not design you to be someone's emotional supply. You were not created to pour endlessly into a cup with no bottom. You were not born to prove your worth by how much pain you can endure. In Galatians 6:2, it says, "Carry each other's burdens." But the next verse says, "Each one should carry their own load." There's a difference between support and self-destruction. Narcissists are attracted to good people because good people shine, and broken people are drawn to light they refuse to become themselves. But light was never meant to burn itself out to keep others warm. If this message feels personal, it's because you're waking up. Awakening always hurts before it heals. In the next episode, we'll talk about why leaving feels harder than staying, why your mind knows the truth, but your heart keeps holding on. And if you're ready to stop repeating cycles, if you're ready to choose yourself without guilt, if you're ready to love without losing yourself, then stay with the series. If this message spoke to you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't miss the next episode, because understanding is the first step to freedom. You are not too much. You are just giving too much to the wrong person, and your healing has already begun.